I made up my own stat to rank college football programs, not teams, the entire program. See, I call games on TV every Saturday in the fall. I cover college football as close as anybody. And I wanted a stat I could use to measure how a program's been performing recently. Not all time, not history, not tradition, and not just this past season. I wanted to see how they've been as of late. I wanted info from just the past 3 years to see where I might be getting tricked by a big school name brand when we do our rankings in the preseason. I couldn't find that measure, so I made it. I started with the ACC, so let me know how you think these program rankings played out. And if you're interested in the methodology I'm using for this stat, I'll throw it in at the end of this video. Starting from the bottom of the ACC in what I'm calling the Breneman measure. I actually need a better name for this, so give me a better name in the comments. But anyway, Virginia is last by a significant margin. Then we got Cal, Stanford, Syracuse, Georgia Tech, and Duke clumped together at the bottom. This feels low for Duke. I think it's because it's such big news when they're in the top 25, so it feels like they've been there a bunch. But it's only been 8 weeks. Moving up, we got Virginia Tech on an island by themselves. Totally forgot they've had 2 first-rounders in the last 3 years, saving them some spots here. Wake Forest and Louisville are clumped together a little bit further. Wake spent the 4th most weeks in the top 25 in the last 3 years out of these teams. Louisville's just been doing a good job of getting talent in their program. SMU is next. I vouch for this one. Last 3 years, definitely the best program we've named so far. Then we got another group really close together. Miami, North Carolina, and North Carolina State. They formed this sort of B tier of the conference. I thought Miami would be a little bit higher, but only winning a little more than half their games has them down here. Again, a brand name tricking us a little bit. Next up, we have Pitt coming in 3rd in the conference. At first, I thought I was valuing conference champions a little bit high here, but the Panthers actually have the most guys drafted the last 3 years with 14. Pitt knows how to produce NFL talent. Florida State came in 2nd in the ACC in the Breneman measure. Only 6 draft picks for the Noles since 2021. That blew my mind. Those numbers might double this year. That leaves Clemson as the top program in the ACC according to my new stat, despite all the headlines. Despite Tyler from Spartanburg's feelings about Dabo, he's got the team at the top of the Breneman measure. And I think Coach Sweeney should be pretty proud of that. What do you guys think? Now, to come up with this, I took winning percentages, national championships, conference championships, AP All-Americans, Heisman Trophy winners, NFL draft picks, first-round NFL draft picks, weeks at number 1 in the AP poll, 247 talent composite rankings, and a total AP top 25 appearances. From there, it was all about making the subjective call about the importance I was going to give each of those, and that gave me my final Breneman measure stat.